The world has changed. A decade after the ALZ-113 virus, now known as the simian flu, spread across the globe, human civilization has collapsed. Cities are abandoned, governments have fallen, and humanity is on the brink of extinction. Meanwhile, the apes, led by Caesar, have built a thriving society deep in the Muir Woods. They live in harmony, hunting for food, raising families, and growing stronger with each passing year. Most of them believe humans are gone for good. One day while patrolling the forest, Caesar's son, Blue Eyes, and his friend Ash stumble upon a small group of humans led by Malcolm, a former architect searching for a way to restore power to a colony of survivors in San Francisco. Startled, one of Malcolm's men panics and shoots an ape, igniting immediate tension. The apes swarm the scene, outnumbering and disarming the humans. Caesar, recognizing the danger of war, makes a choice. He spares their lives but warns them to leave and never return. The humans retreat, but their desperation grows. The colony, led by the cautious but firm Dreyfus, is running out of power, and the only hope lies in repairing a hydroelectric dam within the apes' territory. Malcolm, believing peace is possible, convinces his team to return and reason with Caesar. Against the warnings of Koba, his fiercely loyal but vengeful lieutenant, Caesar allows them to work, setting strict rules to prevent violence. As Malcolm and Caesar interact, a fragile trust forms. Malcolm sees Caesar not as a beast, but as a leader, wise, compassionate, and willing to coexist. Meanwhile, Caesar watches Malcolm's bond with his family, including his wife Ellie and son Alexander. It reminds him of his own past with Will Rodman and the humans who once cared for him. But not all apes share Caesar's hope for peace. Koba, a former lab test subject, carries deep scars, both physical and emotional, from human cruelty. He sees kindness as weakness and views humans only as a threat. When he discovers that the humans have hidden weapons in their colony, his hatred boils over. He tries to convince Caesar that war is inevitable, but Caesar, valuing diplomacy, refuses to act aggressively. Frustrated, Koba takes matters into his own hands. He sneaks into the human settlement, discovers their arsenal, and manipulates events to frame them for an attack. He secretly kills 2 humans and later returns to the apes, stealing a gun and ambushing Caesar in his home. In a shocking betrayal, Koba shoots Caesar and leaves him for dead. With their leader gone, Koba seizes power, rallying the apes for war. Under Koba's command, the apes storm San Francisco, overwhelming the human colony. Using stolen weapons, they slaughter soldiers, imprison civilians, and take control of the city. Blue Eyes and the other loyalists are forced into submission, while Koba declares that all humans must die. Meanwhile, Malcolm and his family discover a wounded Caesar, barely clinging to life. They secretly transport him back to his childhood home, Will Rodman's old house, where they nurse him back to health. Caesar, weakened but determined, knows he must reclaim his place as leader before Koba destroys everything. In the city, Blue Eyes, realizing the extent of Koba's cruelty, helps free the captive apes, reigniting their loyalty to Caesar. As the resistance grows, Malcolm guides Caesar back to the heart of the colony. But first, they must get past Koba's guards. In a moment of trust, Caesar convinces Malcolm to negotiate safe passage for the humans, proving their alliance. Finally, Caesar confronts Koba at the top of a half-destroyed tower. The battle between them is fierce. Brutal fists, gunfire, and primal rage clash in the ruins of a fallen world. Koba fights ruthlessly, but Caesar, fueled by justice and the need to protect his people, overpowers him. Dangling from the edge of the tower, Koba pleads for mercy, reminding Caesar of his own rule. Apes do not kill apes. But after all the suffering Koba has caused, Caesar sees the truth. Koba is no longer one of them. With a final, sorrowful look, Caesar lets Koba fall to his death. As dawn breaks, the war is far from over. Malcolm warns Caesar that the surviving humans have sent a distress signal, and reinforcements are coming. War between species is now unavoidable. As they part ways, Malcolm and Caesar share one last moment of understanding. As Caesar steps forward, his people bow before him. The apes have won the battle, but the fight for the future has just begun. Please like and subscribe for more 5-minute recaps. I'll see you in the next one.